Namaste and welcome to today's class. In today's class, we're going to look at how the core can influence our yoga practice and how to help to integrate our core. So we shouldn't think of our core just as six-pack muscles. Instead, we want to think about this whole corset from the back all the way around to support us. In addition, we want to consider the spinal muscles, multifidi, paraspinals, and then we should also think of our hips and our glutes because these muscles here affect directly the lumbar spine. So how we engage the upper legs and the glutes will have a direct impact on what happens with our spine when we're standing. So whenever we're on our feet, that needs to be part of the consideration, not just thinking about bracing myself or something like that. Instead, we want to think about balance. So let's first come onto the back, and we're going to find that by balancing the diaphragms. So let's start by rounding the lower back into the ground. And then as we inhale, we'll arch the lower back into a back bend position. So you could slide your hand or something under there. As you exhale, flatten lower back. And as you inhale, arch lower back. Now come into neutral, which is right in between flatten and arched. That's your neutral curve. So if you just relax there. And then when you're in this neutral curve, let's now take the feet into Baddha Konasana. Soles of the feet together, knees apart. It should feel like your pelvic floor aims towards your heels. And then the crown of your head aims straight back. And then your ribs, they aim straight down towards your heels as well. So from pelvic floor or pelvic diaphragm to respiratory diaphragm to roof of the mouth to crown of the head, all of these energy centers, diaphragms are aligned. So now, without being rigid, we're going to see if we can maintain balance. All those things lined up, not lifting or lowering, as we bring one leg up into tabletop and then change legs. Okay, that was easy, just marching. Let's just do that one more time. Okay, simple. I can maintain stability while doing movement. I haven't tensed my neck and throat at all. Now bring both legs into table and see if you can maintain that as you lower. Oh, it's a little harder. So there does need to be some stability here from the center, but we keep the spine long. We're just going to keep lowering and lifting one leg and the other. Don't tense from your throat. Don't lock down in your shoulders. See if you can feel more stability here, keeping the rib cage and pelvis in balance. Now let's make it even more challenging. Take the arms up, and as you lower the right knee, could you take the left arm back? And just feel you're having to work different muscles to maintain this, but try not to be rigid as you do it. Find a sense of ease at the same time. Change sides. Left leg, right arm. And now we're just going to do that a couple more rounds. Get the sensation of stability. Now, as you have the right knee lowered, could you straighten the right knee? And then come back. Lower left and see if you could straighten. That's going to put more load. It'll be more challenging on the core muscles to hold everything. Good. Now let's go right to the straightened position as you take the arm back. Change sides. And let's just keep this going for 30 seconds. This is one of my favorite core exercises. It's teaching us the stability while we find mobility through the hip and the shoulder. It's teaching us how to use the hips, the core, the spinal muscles while doing movement. Good. Now hug the knees in and roll up. Come on to the hands and the knees. Now we're going to see if we can do it on the hands and the knees, but let's go through a range of motion of the spine here. So round through the spine as you exhale. And as you inhale, come into extension. One more time. Mobilizing the spine, round as you exhale. Inhale. Now come to neutral. Take your right arm forward. Reach your left leg back. Now everything's going to want to sink in your middle, so really plug that up. When you're on your back, everything wanted to lift away from the ground. It still wants to move, but in opposite direction now because we're on the hands and the knees. So keep your middle plugged up as you stretch and reach. And then bend elbow, knee towards each other and reach back out. 2 more times. So you're practicing balance and stability here. A little bit more challenge. Change sides. Find neutral again. You're not rounded. You're not sinking. Take left arm forward, right leg back. And then pull in and reach out. Two more times. Good job. Stretch to down dog. Step feet forward. Hands to hips. Come up to stand. Now the most challenging, can we do it standing and balancing on one leg? Shift your weight into your left foot, heel, big toe, little toe mound, bring the right knee up. Arms forward. See if you can take left arm up, right arm up. Instead of letting the middle sink forward, keep your middle plugged in. Lower the knee and the arms. Shift into your right foot. Bring left knee up. See if you can take right arm up, left arm up, keeping middle plugged in. Good job. Arms back down, leg back down, fold forward. Hands down, step back, plank position. Good. Now from plank pose, if your wrists are starting to feel tired, you could also do this on the elbows. Press the forearms down, hollow out your middle, tuck buttocks, and then see if you can keep everything turned on. Now we're actually encouraging a more rounded position, a tuck position, a hollow body type plank position. Shift your weight into your left foot and see if you can lift your right leg up without everything falling over. Good. Feel your right foot, weight in your right foot, and bring your left leg up without everything falling to the right. One more round. Into the left foot, right leg up. Into the right foot, left leg up. Now lean into your left forearm. Maybe you can lift your right elbow. Change sides. Good job. Come into sphinx pose now. Lower your hips down. Let your heart open up. Round 2, here we go. Forearms down, tuck the buttocks. Now if that was starting to feel like, dang, that was too challenging, just keep your knees down. As you engage your core, you can lift one leg or one knee. Change sides. Still hard with the knees down, dang. Change sides. If you want to try to add the arms, you'll lean into the right arm, lift the left. Change. Lean into the left arm, lift the right. Still keep everything plugged up. And release. Sphinx pose. If it feels like it's compressing your lower back too much, take your elbows more forward. Nice job. Stretch back into child's pose. Downward facing dog. Now let's try the fullest expression of this, which would be on the feet and tipped. So with your right foot, step your right foot forward from down dog and raise your arms up. Hands to prayer. Keeping everything lined up from pelvic floor to crown, lean your chest out over your knee. That's pretty darn good if you could do that. You might be able to take it a step further and lean into your right foot and lift the left foot an inch off the ground and still find everything line up. You might be able to straighten the right leg and make yourself parallel to the floor. Then step back. Raise your arms. Down dog. Step forward. Left foot. Come up crescent. Hands to prayer, lean. Practice lining up. Hip bones level to the floor. You might be able to step forward, lean into your left foot, and hover your right foot up off the ground and still line everything up. You might be able to straighten the left leg and make your body parallel to the floor. Step back into crescent. Hands down. Down dog. Good job. Now come to kneeling. Stand up on your knees. Hands on your hips. Roll your heart open. Come back to neutral. Practice with the toes curled under, sitting the hips back to the heels. You might be able to do it with the hands down, hands on knees, or you might be able to sit up. Round 2, stand up on the knees, roll the buttocks under, roll your heart open. Hold here, or deep back benders might be able to bring the hands to the heels. Not a requirement, don't force it. Come back up, sit back. And release. Sit with your legs stretched out in front of you. Hug your left knee into your chest and cross your ankle to the outside of your right knee. Feel your spine elongate. We want to twist on an elongated spine. So if you're hunched over, you could slide stuff underneath your butt or lean your body back until your spine is upright, elongated. Then wrap your right elbow around your knee and twist. Beautiful. Release that and change legs. So this class was a little bit more learning focused. There was a lot of talking, but hopefully you learned something. If you feel like you did, let me know in the comments if you appreciated it. I want to sprinkle that in so it doesn't feel overwhelming the amount of educational classes versus just flowy classes. Wrap your elbow around and twist. But as I mentioned earlier in the challenge, by training our awareness of the outside, it will help us to become more in tune with the inner. We're opening up the body and shining the light of awareness through the whole body. Come back to center. Release that. Now for your final stretch, cross your legs and start to fold forward. Or if you prefer, you could lie on your back and do ankle to knee pose. Release, change the cross. Release that Shavasana, corpse pose. Take a deep breath in through your nose, fill up your lungs, and let it all the way out. Just let go now, relax. Now take a slightly fuller, deeper breath in and out through your nose. Bend knees and roll to your side. Press yourself up. Thank you. Namaste. So I want to invite you, if you're enjoying this challenge, at the end of the challenge, I'm going to give you an opportunity to join the Conscious Movement community, which is a course that follows up the 30-day challenge. So it helps to take you from what you've learned in the challenge and help you to continue to progress in your yoga practice. And also through membership support of the Conscious Movement community, I'm able to keep giving you these free videos. So thanks so much to the Conscious Movement community members. Check it out below. I'm going to put a link in the description as well as the first comment so you can sign up. You can do the Conscious Movement community for 2 weeks free at the end of this challenge and try the What's Next course for 2 weeks to see if it's something you want to continue with. Thank you so much. I'll see you tomorrow.